As we always do on our preview shows, we ranked all these guys in the preseason here without conference affiliation, no East, no West. We're just doing straight 14 through 1. We're going to break this down for you, why we have all these teams in their places, tell you how each team can do better, and put the best players available for each of these teams and talk about it. Moving to number 10, Kentucky. AJ, we've had some heated discussions on this Kentucky team, so I'm going to go ahead and let you start. Kentucky at 10. We like this team. We love them. Some hate them. Let us know your thoughts here.
If y'all have seen my preview for Omaha, I have Kentucky making Omaha. So some folks in our CBC who have Kentucky ranked this low, I'm here to teach them a little bit about why Kentucky is going to be super successful this year. First of all, they're coming back as the oldest team in the SEC. They're bringing back a ton of experience. The positions where they don't have their starters returning, they're bringing in experienced transfers to fill those roles. They were the best defensive team in the country last year, tied with, I believe it was Oral Roberts. They're going to bring back that same level of defense this year. The guys they're bringing in to replace guys who have moved on are Mitchell Daly, who's had all that experience at Texas. And then Ryan Nicholson, he'll slide over to first base for them, transfer from Cincinnati. But the pitching staff's going to be very similar to what they saw last year. They're bringing in more transfers. Trey Poozer from College of Charleston and Dominic Neiman, who is an All-American at Central Connecticut State, bringing in those guys who can just really pitch. They'll get ground balls. That's what they want. The ballpark, they're not going to hit a ton of home runs, but that's not their game. They're bringing in guys who can conform to the kind of game they want to play. Very good defense, keep the ball in the yard, and offense is going to just do more of the same. I think the sky is the limit for this team. I really do. I think they're going to grind out a lot of wins in the SEC, and I think 10th is disrespectful to them.
I'm with you. You and I both had them in the top 6 in our polls, and it was surprising to see them at 10 with a lot of hate for this program. They are starting 3 infielders that played shortstop at D1 baseball. They are starting a shortstop at second base, at shortstop, and third base this year. And then you're bringing in Ryan Nicholson, who, if they had a gold glove, he would have won it last year for Cincinnati. That guy is legitimate first baseman, and he hits the ball out of the ballpark. He gives them a little bit of that pop that they didn't necessarily have enough of last year to mix in with the small ball and the pitching. Also returning Travis Smith and Mason Moore, those right-handed pitchers that you mentioned. A lot of experience for this team. I think that this team's got their head on straight. Playing in a big ballpark is going to be tough for teams to go in there and beat them with the home run ball, with the pitching that they have. This team's built on pitching and defense, which is a total difference and throws people off in the SEC, but I love this Kentucky team. The more research I do on this team, the deeper dive I get in. It's just like Wildcat heaven has just happened around us here, AJ. I know there's a lot of hate for it. I don't have them going to Omaha like you do, but I do think that this team could be successful and definitely finish in the top half of this conference. Noah, did you have anything to add on Kentucky? I know you have a little bit of feelings there. If you want to throw them in at the moment, you can dive in.
I had a lot of animosity towards Kentucky and their RPI ranking last season, but I'll admit that AJ did just jog my memory of Mitchell Daly, who has been one of my favorite players in the country for a couple of years now. So I might be a cat now.
I love it. Join the dark side with us. And we have Kentucky at number 10, which, again, I think it's a little low on our ranking system, but number 10, Kentucky, look for them to be a little bit better than that.